When most people hear the word tarantula, they imagine a giant, aggressive spider lurking in a dark cave. The truth is far more fascinating. Tarantulas are among the oldest surviving spider lineages on Earth, having evolved tens of millions of years ago. Today, they are divided into two major groups known as Old World and New World tarantulas. These two lineages evolved separately for millions of years, developing unique adaptations that make each group incredible in its own way. In this video, we're exploring their history, scientific discovery, classification, habitats, behaviors, and the researchers who helped us understand these amazing spiders. The ancestors of modern tarantulas belong to an ancient group of spiders called the Mygalomorphae. This lineage first appeared over 300 million years ago, long before dinosaurs ever walked the earth. Unlike modern web-building spiders, these primitive spiders retained downward-pointing fangs, a feature still seen in tarantulas today. This is one of the oldest living groups of spiders on Earth, with ancestors dating back more than 300 million years. Unlike the more common spiders people see around their homes, Mygalomorphs have fangs that point straight downward and move in parallel rather than crossing like pincers. This primitive fang design is one of the defining characteristics of the group. Besides tarantulas, the infrorder Mygalomorphae also includes trapdoor spiders, funnel web spiders, mouse spiders, and purse web spiders. Although these spiders vary greatly in appearance, they all share ancient anatomical features that have changed very little over hundreds of millions of years. One of the most remarkable things about Mygalomorphae is just how successful they have been throughout Earth's history. These spiders survived the rise and extinction of the dinosaurs, dramatic shifts in climate, and multiple mass extinction events that wiped out countless other species. Rather than relying on large webs to capture prey, most Mygalomorphs evolved into powerful ambush predators that hunt from burrows, silk-lined retreats, or hidden shelters. The earliest spiders evolved into the incredible diversity of species we see today. The name tarantula actually has nothing to do with the giant spiders we keep as pets today. During the Middle Ages, people in southern Italy blamed a wolf spider near the city of Taranto for causing a mysterious illness called tarantism. Later, when European explorers encountered enormous hairy spiders in the Americas, they mistakenly gave them the same name. Although the original tarantula was a wolf spider, the name eventually became permanently associated with members of the family Theraphacidae. All tarantulas belong to the family Theraphacidae, which contains over 1,100 described species, with new ones still being discovered every year. They are classified within the order Arania, class Arachnida, and phylum Arthropoda. Scientists continue to revise their classification as DNA research reveals unexpected relationships between species. Entire genera have been renamed or reorganized over the last decade, making tarantula taxonomy one of the fastest-changing fields in arachnology. One of the earliest and most influential scientists was the French entomologist Pierre-André Latreille, who helped establish the classification of spiders during the early 1800s. Later, British arachnologist Reginald Enos Pocock described dozens of tarantula species from Africa, Asia, and the Americas. German arachnologist Carl Ludwig Koch also contributed enormously by describing many species during the 19th century. Their careful observations laid the foundation for everything modern hobbyists know today. Modern tarantula science owes much to researchers such as Andrew Smith, who described numerous new species and published important identification guides. Rick West expanded knowledge of North American and Central American tarantulas through extensive field research. More recently, Jose Guadanucci, Volker von Werth, and other contemporary arachnologists have used genetics, alongside traditional anatomy, to completely reshape tarantula classification. Their work continues to reveal species that were hidden in plain sight for decades. Old World tarantulas are found throughout Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, and parts of the Middle East. They evolved without mammalian predators for much of their history, resulting in different defensive strategies than their New World relatives. Most lack urticating hairs, and instead rely on speed, threat displays, and medically significant venom for protection. Many experienced keepers consider them among the fastest terrestrial animals encountered in the exotic pet hobby. New World tarantulas inhabit North, Central, and South America. Instead of depending primarily on venom, many develop specialized urticating hairs that they kick into the air as a highly effective defense, allowing the spider to escape without risking a dangerous fight. Perhaps the most noticeable differences are temperament and defense. Old World tarantulas generally have faster reflexes, stronger defensive responses, and more potent venom. New World species are often slower, more tolerant of disturbance, and far more likely to rely on their urticating hairs before attempting to bite. While exceptions certainly exist, these traits explain why beginners are almost always encouraged to start with New World species before considering Old World tarantulas. Old World tarantulas occupy incredibly diverse environments, from African savannas and tropical rainforests to deserts and mountainous regions of Asia. New World species are equally adaptable, living in South American jungles, North American deserts, grasslands, and cloud forests. Some spend nearly their entire lives underground, while others live high in tree hollows, bromeliads, or dense tropical vegetation. Every habitat has shaped the behavior and appearance of the species living there. Despite their fearsome appearance, tarantulas are patient ambush predators. Most spend hours or even days waiting motionless outside their burrows for prey to wander within striking distance. Sensitive hairs covering their legs detect tiny vibrations in the ground, allowing them to pinpoint insects, centipedes, small reptiles, amphibians, and occasionally rodents. Rather than chasing prey over long distances, they rely on explosive speed during a remarkably short attack. Like all spiders, tarantulas grow by molting their exoskeleton. Young spiderlings molt frequently, while adults may molt only once every year or two. Females often live astonishingly long lives, with some New World species surviving well over 30 years in captivity. Males mature much faster and usually live only a few years after reaching adulthood, dedicating the remainder of their lives to finding a mate. Some of the world's most famous Old World tarantulas include the Indian ornamental, Goody sapphire ornamental, cobalt blue tarantula, orange baboon tarantula, and king baboon tarantula. Many display spectacular colors that seem almost unreal, including brilliant metallic blues, vivid oranges, and striking black and white patterns. Their beauty is matched by incredible speed, making them favorites among experienced keepers who appreciate advanced husbandry challenges. New World tarantulas include many beloved beginner species such as the Curly Hair Tarantula, Arizona Blonde, Mexican Red Knee, Brazilian Black, Green Bottle Blue, Pink-toe tarantulas, and Chilean Rose. These spiders are often admired for their calmer temperaments, beautiful coloration, and fascinating behaviors. They have become ambassadors for tarantula conservation by helping people overcome their fear of spiders through education and responsible captive breeding. Scientists continue discovering new tarantula species almost every year, particularly in remote forests of South America and Southeast Asia. Unfortunately, habitat destruction, illegal collection, and climate change threaten many wild populations. Responsible captive breeding has become increasingly important, reducing pressure on wild populations while preserving valuable bloodlines for future generations. Old World and New World tarantulas may share a common ancestor, but millions of years of evolution have shaped them into remarkably different spiders. One group relies on incredible speed and venom, while the other perfected defensive hairs and generally calmer behavior. Together, they represent one of the most successful and diverse spider families on Earth. Whether you're a beginner fascinated by a gentle curly hair or an experienced keeper admiring the lightning-fast ornamentals, every tarantula tells part of an evolutionary story that has been unfolding for hundreds of millions of years. Understanding these remarkable spiders not only makes us better keepers, but also helps us appreciate the extraordinary diversity of life that still exists across our planet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this deep dive into Old World and New World tarantulas helped you discover just how incredible these ancient spiders really are. From their origins over 300 million years ago to the remarkable differences in their behavior, defenses, habitats, and evolution, tarantulas are far more complex and fascinating than most people realize. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos about tarantulas, scorpions, beetles, millipedes, and other amazing invertebrates from around the world.